Hi everyone, Sean Waldman with Secure Cyber, and this is your weekly cyber update. One interesting article, the UK is planning right now to ban public sector organizations from paying ransomware. This is interesting because in Ohio, we've been talking about House Bill 96 that passed recently, and inside that piece of legislation is an actual law that is going to prevent local government from paying ransomware without going in front of legislature and making it public. It looks like the UK is also trying to do that as well. There's been some pretty nasty cyber incidents. The national healthcare system and the retailer Marks and Spencer were both hit with really nasty cyber breaches that resulted in the payment of ransom. So everybody knows, if you continue to fuel these threat actors with paying ransom, it's just going to make things worse. So I guess kudos to UK for trying that as well. Microsoft has been linking that whole SharePoint ToolShell attack to Chinese threat actors. They attributed that whole series to a Chinese government-linked group called Storm 2603, Linen Typhoon, and Violent Typhoon, mainly targeting global enterprises and government entities. So this is linked to also the U.S. National Nuclear Security Administration. They were also hit with the SharePoint vulnerability. The NNSA is under the DOE, the Department of Energy. They're manages America's nuclear weapons stockpile. There reportedly hasn't been a compromise of any confidential or secure material. However, they did fall victim to this. Additional agencies breached by the SharePoint vulnerability includes Department of Education, Florida's Department of Revenue, Rhode Island's General Assembly, and other government entities in Europe and the Middle East. So, it's the key message there is to stay on top of patches. I know this initially came out as a 0-day. So in that particular case, you're really leveraging your logging and your proactive security tools to let you know if there's nefarious activity, using things like locking IP addresses down to only known IP addresses that are allowed to log in and interact, multi-factor authentication, all those types of things. There's a lot in the news this week. CISA and both the FBI are warning of escalating Interlock ransomware attacks. If you remember, Interlock was the ransomware threat actor that was responsible for Kettering Health Network here in Dayton when the healthcare system was attacked. Their outage lasted about 30 days. Interlock is known for high-impact intrusions, including Kettering Health. DaVita leverages phishing-driven payload delivery, including its recent file fix technique. Most important thing to take away from this one is to make sure, especially when we talk about ransomware, is to have a properly configured EDR on your endpoint. Make sure it's properly configured. Make sure it's being managed and monitored by a trusted third party. These are not tools that you can just set and forget. A lot of times there's updates to these tools, and those updates have to be managed correctly. So basically the best recommendation I have in dealing with things like Interlock and some of these threat actors is really EDR. EDR is not it. It's not all that you need. So if you just think you need EDR, you're wrong. Just make sure that you have a layered approach. Microsoft Windows 11 has introduced a new screen of death and automatic recovery tool. The previous blue screen of death is no longer available and now has been moved to the black screen of death. Alongside the visual change, Microsoft introduced a quick machine recovery tool that's supposedly supposed to automate some of the system recovery in the event that your system does crash. This update is available as of July 22nd, and it's part of the Microsoft Windows Resilience Initiative. The update that it's available in is Windows 11 version 24H2. That's all we have for this week. It's been a good week this week. I've had the opportunity to teach this week, and I've got the opportunity next week, which I'll talk about here in just a second. I've been doing some teaching for the Ohio School Resource Officers Association. I've had the opportunity over the last 30 days to teach about 500 or 600 police officers in the state of Ohio. it's been a great opportunity to get in front of them, talk to them about cybersecurity initiatives, as well as a conference that I'm teaching at on Monday at the Energy Sec Conference out in Anaheim, California. I will be with Kyle Jones from Sinclair Community College. And from there, we'll be talking about just the initiatives that private and public sector have been doing in this region, specifically with Secure Cyber, which is my commercial company, the Go Cyber Collective, which I'm chairman of a nonprofit, and academia at Sinclair Community College. We've been able to do some great things in this region. One of the things that we've been able to do is we launched the very first hands-on cybersecurity lab in partnership with Fortinet. So we were able to basically build out these pods. My engineers provided all the background architecture and providing just this great immersive hands-on experience at Sinclair so that students get a great hands-on experience using some of the most up-to-date technology available. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for joining. Like and subscribe. As always, in the comments, let me know what you think. If there's articles you want me to cover, something that we missed, please let me know. And hey, let's be careful out there.